Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you back to another Saxon reaction video, where tonight, ladies and gentlemen, now that we are at the halfway point of this album, I honestly don't even know what on earth could come next, because so far this album has been nothing short of amazing. It's spectacle, it's drama, it's messages, it's passion, it's fire, it's brimstone. Everything you could possibly want is sort of all encompassed in this. And what better way to continue this heroic march, ladies and gentlemen, by talking about justice. The very soul, ladies and gentlemen, of law and order. The very modicum and spectacle that would allow people like you and me to see that the innocent are freed and the guilty are imprisoned and punished. Justice for all. So, what could Saxons... What on earth could Saxons' take on justice be like? Because justice, by its very purest form, should be something that is fair and honest. It doesn't have to be liked. You don't even have to like it. It has to be fair and for everyone. Which again would probably lead me into a much larger discussion into the film Justice for All, because it's among one of my favourite movies of all time, and it was the basis for one of my favourite metal songs of all time. But let's see if Saxon's Justice lives up to the moniker as well. So, let's go. Well, that answers my question. Let's do that again.
We lay our keys before you. Let your hammer fall. Tip the scales of justice. Liberty for all. Do you stand for freedom? Do you stand for justice? Do you stand for anything at all? We have the power, we have the courage to make the mighty fall. Hear the voice of reason. Let your hammer fall. You're the judge and jury. Give me justice. Give me justice. Justice. When you free the guilty, the innocent remain. Can you hear your conscience? Can you see the pain? Do you have the mercy? Do you have the passion? Do you have integrity at all? We have the power, we have the courage to make the mighty fall. Hear the voice of reason. Let your hammer fall. You're the judge and jury. Give me justice. Give me justice. Justice. Give me justice.
Yay!
your hair before. You're the detention jury. Give me justice. Give me justice. Justice. Give me justice.
Well, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was justice. Sweet, sweet justice, ladies and gentlemen. And might I say, for the moment, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not even going to compare this to Justice for All, because that isn't particularly very fair. What I am going to say, ladies and gentlemen, is that it reminded me so much of something like the Devil's Own from Methane. Tell me if you do not know what that is, ladies and gentlemen, you're missing out. But for references, it was like the first band that I really was like hard to push by really like showboating and praising them for their efforts. And they even did a video about me, like a couple of weeks after. But moving back to Saxon for a second, it's a song that tells you you've got to actually stand up for something. Is that you've got to face peril, you've got to face danger, and you've got to start all of this, ladies and gentlemen, by saying to yourself, do you think it's right or do you think it's wrong? And if you do, then what are you going to do about it? It's not really any more complicated than that, ladies and gentlemen, because it doesn't need to be. But it's messy. It's not about so much what the point of the song is. It's more about what does it say about you, ladies and gentlemen. And then it goes, it's hard, but it's by design. It is hardcore because justice is hardcore. Justice, freedom, liberty, it is all a part of the system. And don't let anybody tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that it isn't, because as I will conclude this video by saying, if it's any indication as to how the second half of Lionheart is going, then Saxon have just about hit every single note of what makes them almost an instant classic. Because I can't get enough of this. This album is literally one stoic landmark discovery after another, and each one wants you thirsty and blood hungry, and like it you want more, and good lord are they going to give you more. I'm so glad as well. This is only my third Saxon album. This might actually be better. Well, I think it's better than Hellfire and Damnation. Is it better than Crusader? Not quite, but we're not quite finished yet though, are we? So with all that being said and done, I hope all of you guys enjoyed Justice by Saxon. I hope I did you guys some justice by keeping this mighty album going until its last breath. And I'll see all of you guys again in the next video. So take care, and bye-bye for now.